Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Adventure Boat. My name is Kelly.
I'm Trevor.
We're here at Overland Expo Pacific Northwest in Redmond, Oregon, bringing you the awesomest, coolest bed racks and bed rack accessories.
Stay tuned.
All right guys, I'm here in the Kuat booth, which I have been reminded 3 times that that's how you say it. And Craig, you guys have a new launch here with your bed racks. Tell me all about it.
We do. So we are super excited to be a part of the Overland series this year, the Expo series, and debut our brand new truck bed rack, the Kuat Ibex. So
awesome.
We're over the moon about this. We feel that the accessories that we can pair with it and the aesthetics and the configurations are really going to be something that the Overlanders take to. So.
Excellent. And you guys are really known for your bike racks. Like, that's where I know you from. I've never personally owned one, but I've had buddies of mine that swear by the Kuat bike racks.
Oh,
so that's kind of your beginning, right?
That's awesome. That's where Kuat was born out of the bike industry. So our design efforts and engineering spent, constantly trying to improve a better way to transport the bike, is helping pave the way for us to enter other categories like water, snow, and now in the automotive game and Overland with the truck bed rack. So pretty special.
All right, so you were telling me earlier that your truck rack is special in the way that it's scalable, correct?
Correct. So I think one of the most unique features, and if I only can choose one, there's a lot to choose from, but,
right.
But out of the box, you can remove the center extrusions and drop the whole rack down to a mid-height, which is super unique. So you get 2 different configurations that you can assemble with one SKU. So I think that's gonna help bring everyone up as far as the rack category, and we're really going to drive home the innovation that we're putting forth into it. So
excellent. So let me make sure I understand this correctly. So you have one rack and it can be at bed rack height. So
correct.
It's a lower rack. So your rooftop tent won't protrude over the cab height of your truck.
Correct.
And then with that same actual rack, you can just basically add some pieces to it that will allow it to come up to an actual like camper height. So it's same height as the bed or the truck canopy.
Correct. Back to full height. So that way you can take advantage of different jobs,
right.
if you will. Maybe some days you want your tent on there and you're cruising down the highway, but maybe some days you want to push the bars forward and you want to load dresser in there. And so
right.
This rack is going to be something that, yes, it's Overland static and off-road and dynamic load ratings. Yes, it's going to look like incredibly mean, but it's going to be able to accommodate to your everyday life, which
right.
I think is important. We're going to, we manufacture tonneau mounts, so we're going to work with brands like EGR, Bedracks, Linex to adapt to this. So 2, that's unique in that you're not losing your bed space. You're not having to choose between the truck rack and the tonneau. So
that's perfect. Now, how modular is this in the sense of like say I wanted to go from bed rack height to truck rack height? I don't know what you really call it. How long would that process take?
It's super quick. We have 4 cast pieces that come off and a few Allen bolts that can be removed and then drop it back down. So all of our products, including of course the bike, but these systems are designed that your end user consumer can install and modify it. Of course, we have wonderful Kuat dealers that would be happy to provide any services like this, but it's meant and designed with the intent that everyone can interact with the system.
Excellent. So. And you mentioned before that you could actually push that back rack forward and be able to load like a quad or something in the bed of your truck. How involved is that process?
It's pretty easy, actually. It's just, again, a few bolts and allows, because we're putting track systems all over the insides,
right.
on the bars, under the bars. Everything can move forward and aft in that track system. So with a few loosens of the bolt, you can push everything forward, tighten it back down, and then that creates a lot of space vertically that you can take advantage of.
Excellent. And you can run this rack just with, like, say, your front, that rear bar pushed all the way forward?
You can run it with all the way forward and then pushed in those different configurations to take advantage of it. The other neat feature is we have accessories that allow you to raise the bars up and take advantage of distance both on the sides, and then you can add multiple bars. So I feel like we don't even know all the different ways we can configure this rack. So
He's still discovering new things. So
we're excited, to say the least.
And the aesthetics of it is really sleek. I mean, it's a new looking. It's not loaded with, extruded aluminum. It's not loaded with moly. Like, it's very clean.
It is, and to achieve that, it takes a lot of investment into the tooling, and I feel like one thing that Kuat does better, or does really well, is our design. Hats off to our team. They really push the boundaries, and then with this new category, it allows them to go even further because it's a lot of static pieces, so there's not maybe as many articulating pieces as compared to the bike or some of the snow racks. So I think we have a lot of ambition, and we're really hungry to really put our name on this category.
Yeah, perfect. All right, and what is the price point of this? In both configurations?
Sure. So the base unit of the Ibex is approximately $1,500 to $1,600, and that allows you that comes with the crossbars, and that will allow you to drop it to the mid height or the full height.
Okay.
And then from there, you can add a slew of accessories like mallet panels. We have mounts to mount our bike racks, our single trays. We have high lift jack mounts. You can do roto packs, max tracks. And because it's T-channel, I mean, sky's the limit for what we can continue to roll out within the Ibex family. So.
That's very thoughtful. You guys have really just you've done your R&D. It's very obvious. So.
We're excited, and we're just happy to be involved within the space. So
very cool. All right, and where do people find these at?
You can go to your local rack shop. You can go to your local four-wheel drive accessory shop. You can even go to your local bike shop, but you can go to kuat.com too. So
excellent. All right, you guys got to be sure to come check these out. They're super cool. Thank you so much, Craig. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right, guys, I'm here at the Flated booth with Ryan, and Ryan, you have the most innovative thing I have seen in all of Expo this entire year. Tell me what you got.
So, a few years ago, over a few beers, we came up with a crazy concept to invent an inflatable truck topper. So, during the pandemic, we actually had the time to start the brand and create the product, and Flated was born. And now we have 3 products: our Air Topper, which is our marquee product, in 7 different sizes. So the world's first inflatable truck topper that rolls up into a backpack, and basically designed for the guy or gal that needs their truck to be a truck most of the time, but they can convert it for weekend adventures or hunting season or whatever you're into.
Wow. It is it blows my mind that you would actually have thought to do, it almost looks like a paddleboard that you've molded and created into a truck bed camper.
Well, we were all in the paddleboard industry, so
okay.
we knew that we knew the technology and we knew the factories, and
okay.
The idea was how do we use this thing that solves so many problems for that industry and build it into something else? And so I was about ready to move out of California, and I was like, man, I wish I could move this appliance or something, and I couldn't take my fiberglass topper off. And at that moment, I was like, man, I wonder if we can make an inflatable one. And so, again, really just designed to have toolless install, super fast, inflates in about 15 minutes, and you can install it in 5, and then when you don't need it, 6 cam straps, and you throw it off, and you're good to go.
Nice. All right, let's talk about the weight of the entire canopy itself. What is the weight of it? So, are you able to take it on and off by yourself?
You can. I mean, it's only 50 pounds.
Okay.
It's a little awkward just in size, so it's easier if you have a buddy, but we all have done it a million times, and I can even show you on camera later how fast I can throw that one off.
Okay.
But it's really designed to be super simple. If you just lift it up and kind of put it on the tailgate, you can kind of just lift it up there. It's more about the balance and the weight.
Right. Okay. And then mounting. Is there any specific vehicles that you are mounted to, or is it just if it fits in this type size, it'll fit on that vehicle?
It's more universal than a fiberglass topper.
Okay,
but
cool.
Last year at this time we had 3 sizes, and now we're up to 7.
Okay.
So we have full size standard 6.5 foot bed that fits the Fords and the GMs really well.
Okay.
The short bed's 5.5 foots. That's our most universal.
Perfect.
That fits the Tundras, the Rams, the F-150s, everything.
Right.
Then we just launched with the long bed, so we have 8-footers.
Okay.
And then in the mid-size trucks, we have 5 foot and 6 foot. And then our latest brand new size is for the Ford Maverick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're getting into all the vehicles. That's perfect.
Yeah, those Ford Maverick guys were aggressive at us. So we need one of those. So we finally broke
I
down.
saw a legit Overland build Ford Maverick, like fully decked out. I'm like, I could see that in South Africa. Like that thing is really capable looking. I mean, granted I didn't drive it, but it looked pretty badass.
You know, I'm a big truck guy, but that little Maverick's kind of growing on me as a commuter.
Yeah,
like,
there you go. Perfect. All right, now what is the price point on these?
Our toppers start at about $1,100 and go on up to about $2,000, depending on the size and the feature. And then a little sneak peek, this year we're actually launching a cab high version. So right now everything is a high rise for camping in it and sleeping in it, but we're going to come out with a simpler construction that's cab high.
Okay.
And so it'll be a little bit sleeker and
nice, real
cool.
nice.
So yeah, that's the first media hit that's ever been announced. So
the good stuff. Yes. All right, and racks. Is there any you know, thought into like a rack system to be able to, I mean, not necessarily rooftop tent, but like just bikes or anything to that, you know, smaller items?
So currently we have 4 D-rings up there, so really easy to haul kayaks or paddle boards, and haven't figured out anything for bikes yet on the roof, but a lot of people use our toppers because you take the back window off, and they use the tailgate pad and like, have them hanging out the back. And then the other product though that we put on the roof is our air carrier, which is our rooftop cargo carrier. And that will go on there, and that'll go on any vehicle, but just hauls a ton of gear. And
nice. Yeah, these things are super awesome. Like they look cool too. They're not just like some like all white, you know, just very bland, very basic. Like, I don't know, we just threw it together. You know, this is obviously a very thought out project that you guys have put a lot of time and energy into. It's very obvious, and it's so cool looking.
Well, you should have heard our family and the first samples that came out when I was we're going to make an inflatable truck topper. And people were like, what? No way. And then when we saw the first photo from the factory, it looked horrible. And so it's taken a long time. Revision. And right now we're on our 4th edition. And every order we put in with our factory, we make a few little tweaks, a few little improvements, just based on feedback from our customers. And they're getting better.
Well, that's good, because you know the customers are, you know, they have a voice. So that's excellent.
People are using them in different ways than we never expected.
Right.
So,
people will surprise you.
Good ways and bad.
Excellent. All right. Well, I really want to see this thing being taken off and put back on. I just want to like feel it myself. Are we able to do that?
We can do that.
Cool. Let's do it.
You want to do it?
You could carry this anywhere. Like it's heavy, but it's not impossible to pick up as a one-person job.
Yeah, it's just awkward in like size, right?
Yeah.
First of all, just set it there.
Okay.
Then you could really do the like jump on it and.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it feels like a paddleboard. Like, this is amazing. Hey, Trev.
That's it?
Well,
that's it. Yeah, all the corners, All right, Ryan, so let me ask you this. I just thought of this as we're kind of putting this back on. Is there any like wind restriction? Is there like, hey, you can't go over X amount of miles per hour in the fear of like this being just like ripped off?
Well, so my lawyers would tell me to always suggest going the speed limit.
Right,
but
of course.
I'll tell you that we live in Montana, and as you know, our speed limits are 80 miles an hour on the highway.
Yes, they are.
And they've been tested at those speeds in extreme winds.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I just thought of that, and I was all like, I wonder if that's even a thought, but you've obviously well thought it out. So yeah, it's perfect. Cool.
We've made a lot of improvements just on how strong the D-rings are and anything.
Right.
Knock on something, we haven't had any massive failures yet or anything blow off, but yeah, the worst scenario, I was driving through Wyoming, and we had a high wind advisory, crosswind, 60 miles an hour, and it moved over a little tad, but it didn't really, didn't go anywhere.
Awesome. God, this thing's so cool. Ryan, that was super awesome. This thing is amazing. I'm so glad that you had the idea and executed it perfectly. Where can people find your guys' products at?
Easiest and fastest way is going to our website, which is flated.com, and yeah.
Okay. And are you going to be at Mountain West?
We will be at Mountain West in some form or fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, be sure to come to Mountain West. If you're not coming to PNW, check out Flated's new topper that is, I don't know, amazing. It's really amazing. Be sure to check it out. If not, go to their website. Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I want to wrap this down in river. Where's my beer?
All right, guys, I'm here with Justin with 23Zero, and Justin, I don't even know what this is. Tell me what this is, first of all.
So, you know what, Kelly, this is something pretty cool, and you're going to wonder why it's in with the 23Zero shirt. We thought this product was so cool, we actually picked it up, and we actually helped distribute that through the US because it works so well with our own awnings and all of the other awnings that are out there. So it doesn't matter what brand, OVS, Yakima, Thule, any awning that's got the standard hole size brackets on the back, this product will help you remove it quickly without using nuts and bolts. So it's a cool product.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really caught my eye. Obviously, this is a video about racks. This is a rack accessory. So this is a quick release mount for a rack, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
it is. So it's called a hitch. They actually call it a hitch.
Okay.
You know, there's lots of confusion around the word hitch. Why is it called a hitch? It's not a tow hitch. It was the obvious choice. You hitch the horse to the cart, you hitch the bracket or the awning to the bracket. So that's where the name hitch comes in. It was the most obvious choice. So a little bit of confusion, but that's what it does.
Okay. And this is, it sounds like a polymer.
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
And how sturdy is it?
So each one of these brackets is actually rated to 44 pounds. So it's actually written right there, 3 of those together, that is 68, 72 pounds.
Okay.
Most of the big 270 awnings are around that 51 pounds. So 3 of these brackets is going to distribute the weight really easy on this.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, what if you have a rack that only has 2 mounts? What's the option there?
That's fine. It will still pick up one of those 2. So when you've got a 2-mount rack, just buy the one that has 2 brackets in it. So we sell them as a triple pack or a double pack.
Gotcha.
You just need a double pack, obviously.
Very thoughtful.
Yep.
Okay. And now, is there any kind of locking ability to this?
Well, that's where it becomes very cool. So if you look at the bottom there, you can see a key. There's actually a safety pin that drops in from the side. So when that's on the vehicle, safety pin, pull that, turn the key, pull the safety pin, slide it off.
Wow.
And we'll show you how that works on the awning in just a second. But that's the simple way to show you how this actually works.
All right. Well, let's just see it now because I'm dying to see it.
All right. So we're going to turn the key, pull the pin, take it off, and that leaves the male part behind and leaves the female part that's still attached to the rack on the vehicle. And then we can just pop that back on, so when the season starts again, there we go, put the safety pin in, key and lock, you're done. No one's stealing your awning, but it's been kept out of the UV all through the winter until you're ready to use it.
Justin, that is super cool. Now, what's the price point on this?
They start at $204 for the HD double pack,
Okay.
and they go to $279 for the XD pack. So depending on how many brackets you need and what size on the backing plate of the awning that you need, will help determine the price.
Excellent. And you know, like just the ability that you can lock it. My awning is not locked on my. Anyone could just with the socket set could probably just go grab it off my truck. So
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can lock it. I like how sturdy it is, and it's just fast. That's the best part. It's so fast.
You know, something we didn't talk about is that if you want to take it off and you want to store it in the garage, if you get the garage pack, you can actually bolt those to the wall in the garage. You've taken it off the truck. Where do I put this thing that's 80 inches long?
Right.
Hang it up in the shed.
Yeah.
Leaves it there till next time. It's safe, it's
So
out of the way.
funny story. I leaned mine up against in the corner of my garage one time, like
Yep.
on end.
Yep.
And my wife just touched it, and it fell over, and it crashed out a bunch of stuff, and she was pissed. So yeah,
Yep, scratch the
yeah,
car.
Yeah,
Again, not expensive for the second bracket kit, and then you can just hang it in the shed.
perfect.
Yep.
Excellent solution. Now, what's the price on the other kit? Like, if is that an option, like an accessory?
It is an option. I think a single one's like $29.95.
Oh, okay.
But again, have a look at what one suits yourself first.
Yep.
And then we can help to piece the kit together.
All right.
Yep.
And where can people find this at?
They can find it at braxusa.com. So it's RACKSBRAXUSA.com. Where you can find them on 230USA.com as well.
Of course.
Nice part about this product, it's Aussie made.
Awesome. Well, it's an honor, as usual. Thank you,
sir.
Justin. I appreciate it. You guys got to be sure to check these out. They're pretty badass. All right, guys, I'm here with Ben from Trukd. And Ben, you guys have a really cool rack system that I was walking by, really caught my eye. Tell me all about it.
Sure. So we make a tonneau-compatible bed rack, totally modular. It's a little different because it's got vertical sides. The vertical sides are really important because that's what allows the tonneau covers to function.
Right.
A lot of companies say, hey, we got a rack that's tonneau compatible, but once you put the rack on, you can't open the cover.
Yeah.
So with us, opening the cover was kind of a huge improvement. That's what we wanted to design, a rack that worked with covers.
That's perfect.
And then worked with all kinds of off-road, overland, that kind of accessories all your year.
All right, let's break it down just a little bit. So you said they're compatible with tonneau covers.
Yep.
Like exactly what covers? If someone has like a Diamondback, like the big solid cover, or like the triple fold, you know, what covers you kind of oriented to?
For the most part, we have a rack for every cover. If you got a roll-up cover, it works great with our 12-inch system. We have 12, 18,
Okay.
6, 24-inch racks. The Diamondback works great with our 24-inch rack.
Nice.
Trifolds work really well with our 24-inch rack. All depends on the bed size of your truck. Obviously, if you got an 8-foot bed, that might get a little tough. But,
Yeah, okay.
But you can be strategic about where you place the uprights. It's adjustable in 3 dimensions, so it's front to back, side to side, up and down.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, now there's a lot of racks. You know, you've got Prinsu, you've got all these like big name racks, and you guys are just new into this arena. You know, like what kind of sets yours apart?
The biggest thing is just all that configurability. So we have a lot of our clients, a lot of our customers like to mix and match all the parts. So we have, like I mentioned, we have those 3. We have a 6, 12, 18, and 24-inch racks, and it's 3 parts, 3 uprights, 2 different style of bar bracket, and you can mix and match all of the parts together, including our accessory panels behind me.
Nice.
We have 3 sizes of those too, so 6, 12, 18. You can put the 12-inch panel on an 18-inch rack. You can put a 6-inch panel on an 18-inch rack. You can put a 6-inch panel on a 6-inch rack.
Nice.
You can't put an 18 on a 6. But,
Of course, you know, physics, you know.
Right.
But you know what? I like the ability to kind of cross everything over. You're not stuck with just one template of a rack. You can kind of modularly build your rack to your needs. That's perfect.
Exactly.
All right, so tell me, like, let's unpackage the actual configurations of it. Like, say you have, you know, a Dodge Ram. Is that going to be a different rack completely, or are we just talking about a little bit different configuration of the rack?
For Dodge Rams, it's a good example. So a Dodge Ram, you have all the difference is the length of the bar. So
Okay.
you call me up, you say, hey, I got a Dodge Ram, or you order it on the website. I'll cut the bars to length just for your truck.
Oh, wow.
And it's completely modular. We have a couple different mount systems. We have a bed clamp system that works for like your Fords and Rams and Chevys. And then if you have a Tacoma or Gladiator or something with a rail system, we
Okay.
have a nut that goes in the rail system. So it's
Nice.
super easy. Yeah.
Easy's good. Like, Easy's my games. All right, Ben. So is there anything that like really just is like just a you've never seen before, you're super excited about that this rack does? Because I'm looking at some stuff and it doesn't, like, it makes my head hurt looking to see how you actually configure this.
Yeah, for sure. So on the truck behind me, on the Gladiator, we have we call it our Overlander configuration.
Okay.
So we have a 12-inch rack on the driver's side and a 24-inch rack on the passenger side. On the passenger side, we have the awning all the way up high on the 24-inch section, and the 12-inch rack is down low so that your tint is below roofline, so it gets you better gas
Oh,
mileage.
nice.
And it works great with your roll-up Mopar cover or a Tuxedo truck sport or a best top
Right.
roll.
That's really cool. All right, now let's talk about the accessories. I'm seeing a lot of different accessories that now are these proprietary mounts that you guys have, or is this something that you can just send to them to some other accessory shop?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
So, for instance, we work really well with Rhino racks, mostly kayak mounts and fishing mounts and snowboard mounts, that sort of stuff. But we have a bracket that basically connects their stuff to our stuff, and it makes it super simple. A lot of times you get these different accessories in, the bolts aren't long enough, one thing's the wrong size.
Yeah.
You run to Home Depot and try to fix it. And so basically what we've done is we made it simple. Use the bolts you get with the rack, with the parts from whoever else. put it on our little bracket, and you're good to go.
Awesome. All right, and what is the price point on this? You know, and the different variations.
Yeah, so it starts out with our 6-inch rack. We're at $899. 12 inches, $999. When you bump up to 18, there's more parts involved, so
right,
you're up
obviously.
to $1549 there. 24 is $1649. And then our special editions here are $1749 for the whole Overlander special.
Okay.
And then on the 24 double decker, that's $2,099.
Okay. Now, if someone's watching this after Expo, are there any, like, do you guys run sales, any incentives?
We do some in-person sales here at the expos.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. We'll do one sale a year at Black Friday.
That sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But what we do a little different for that sale is we don't do it through our site. We push it out to all our dealers. And
Okay. Perfect.
It's try to help the small guy and help the dealers out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's
time
all
of year.
about. Cool. All right. And where can people find your guys' stuff at, and what dealer network do you guys work with?
So we're growing the dealer network now. It's slowly growing. So if it's not in your town yet, it will be.
Okay.
Lots of groups like Mainline Overland's one of our great ones. Camping Randy for the Honda Ridgeline guys out there. There's a few of those, believe it or not. But yeah, we're working with a whole bunch of new groups, and it's growing as we go. Otherwise, buy it through our website, gettrukd.com.
Excellent. All right. Well, these are super cool. I'm really excited to see them. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That was the absolute coolest roof racks, canopies from Pacific Northwest here in Redmond, Oregon. What was your favorite, Trev?
Dude, the inflated air canopy thing, that thing is sweet. I don't even have a pickup truck, and I want to buy that thing. That is just so cool.
I just want one, you know, just to have it. But no, honestly, I was going to say the exact same thing. But you know what? The Kuat rack system is super cool. I like the modularity of it. You know, it fits on different vehicles, different heights.
Yeah, it's
really cool.
Literally in one kit. You're not paying any extra, and you can fit low or high.
Yeah,
I mean that's a game changer right there.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right, guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to thumbs up, be sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.